nation! No donation, no salvation!
And remember, respect is everything.
This is just kind of a little update video on why content's been a little slow. Just been going through a really huge motivational stump. Been kind of, just not burnt out, but just haven't really felt like recording anything. Been kind of just taking a breather from things, just kind of live life a little bit, and stuff like that. So here's the review station. Our little house and garage, and that little building over there and whatnot. But yeah, please excuse the AC. It's really hot today, and I can't go without it. But anyway, just content's been slow, I know. In addition to a motivational stump, just been dealing with life, and got hit by another massive wave of depression. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to make it sound like I'm, asking for your sympathy or whatever. I'm just, sorry. But anyway, yeah, I've been dealing with that, so I haven't really felt like videoing anything or doing reviews. I just recently bought a whole bunch of sets for parts so I can build more figures, even though I still have like boxes and boxes of figures that I haven't even reviewed yet, that I built and just never really took the time to look at. But we'll get to them. It's just I gotta manage my personal life first before I can really get back into these kind of things, because things have been a little rough lately, just trying to figure things out as I go. Speaking of the collection, I have relocated my little mascots to their own little shelf again. There's Kit. He's just kind of the centerpiece. He's just hanging out. So yeah, I kind of put them all back in their own little spot, just because they were kind of getting in the way of the review station and eating up way too much space where they were. And I like these guys, so I didn't want to take them apart. So I just kind of put them here for now. And there's Kit. He's just hanging out. Just kind of keeping guard. Speaking of room updates, we finally added some shelves. There's some sets there. I'm gonna get to starting on that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, because I just got them. So that'll be fun. So there's that. Sorry, I'm stuttering too much, but yeah, this is just a temporary setup for this shelf right here. This bottom shelf I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I might add more stuff later. It's just kind of a one and all shelf, but yeah, so I recently added these shelves because I've been running out of space in my closet, and I want to make things look a little more efficient. And yeah, like I said, this top shelf is going to change. I've just put these things here for the meantime until I can find a better spot for them. Because for those who don't know, I'm a car guy, so I like to collect model cars and stuff, and even make a few little projects myself. So same with these supercars. They're kind of just at the window at the moment. There's my Bel Air, and yeah. So also, if you haven't noticed, I have them arranged in American flag colors, so that's always nice, because American muscle. But anyway, yeah, here we are back in the closet. So here are all the boxes of figures I haven't reviewed yet. These are all the Dreads, which I've already done a whole video on them, so if you haven't seen that, check that out. Part of the reason I keep everything in boxes is because I don't have the space to display the stuff, and I don't want to lose parts either. I still got a few figures in here that I need to review, and then that box will be done. And then I got all these Seekers in here. So it's not that I don't have stuff to film, it's just, like I said, life just happens, and you just don't feel like doing stuff, and it is what it is. So it's just part of being human. But and then we still got all the combiners I got to look at. We got all these figures in here. I think I've actually reviewed most of the ones in here, except for Wheeljack, Red Alert, and Inferno. But we'll get to them at a later time. We got a bunch of figures in here I need to look at, and then we still have the Aerial Bots, the Menasor, and a whole bunch of other figures we need to look at. But I will get to them at some point. It's just a matter of actually filming something and not feeling like total garbage. But Don't worry, guys. We'll get there when we cross that road. Yeah, there's Jazz and a few others, and well, you know. And for those who don't know, I do collect actual Transformers as well. I have a whole box of them. You know, there's you know, Prime, Sideswipe, all the major characters are here. It's not anywhere near complete. I still need Devastator. I need to recomplete Menasor because I lost some of his components and stuff like that. Speaking of figures, I also got a hold of Trax here. Paid a little more for him than what I wanted to. I'm not happy about it, but that's collecting these days. Scalpers will always get them. Those are just the Seekers. Don't mind them. They're just chilling over there. Yeah, you know, it's not a great figure, but you know what? And I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me. It's still better than this. I mean, so for those who don't know, I bought this on eBay. This is a custom that somebody abandoned, and they just didn't really care to do anything else with it. So that's why it's in this really nice metallic blue. But yeah, apparently somebody made a commission order to have this painted without the Firebird decal, or maybe they just didn't add it on yet. I don't know, but it's not a Firebird decal. It's like a, it just resembles a Firebird. If you've ever seen a Pontiac Trans Am, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm still gonna keep this figure. I still keep all my other figures. It's just he's just gonna be replaced by that one because he's way more G1 accurate in terms of you know, proportions. So this one's just gonna go in my backup bin as, you know, just a fun figure to mess with every now and then. We're gonna take a quick stroll outside real quick because there's another part of the channel that I haven't talked about in a while, and yeah, I think y'all guys saw this coming. This is the Matador. Again, the cars, you know, it's the same as ever. I don't cover this car too much because not much changes on it. In fact, nothing really changes. The car just kind of sits out here in the driveway, and you know, I'm not a car channel. I'm no mechanic, so you know, I can't really do what I want to this car because, you know, that kind of stuff costs money, and you know, cars this old, you know, doing work on them, you know, it can be fun, but it can also be your worst nightmare. And yeah, right now it is way too hot to be driving a car like this, let alone with no AC. And there's my duck ornament. So yeah, he should be on the hood, but I normally don't leave him on the hood when it's this hot. So I just, only when I drive him is when I mount him to the hood. And there's my makeshift AC system. This is my daily car, so naturally I gotta adapt it so that, you know, it can take a little more abuse than most classics. But yeah, I haven't done much to it. In fact, I haven't done anything to it because, like I said, I mean, cars this old, and you know, finding the time and even just the patience to work on stuff like this, it's difficult to manage when you have to live life at the same time. Yeah, everything's still mostly, you know, the same from the last time I talked about this vehicle. But like, again, I'm not a car channel, and I don't have the mechanical expertise to, you know, do crazy stuff with cars as much as I would like to. It's just, again, stuff like that costs money, time, and you know, I don't drive the car very much because, you know, it is an older car. You know, I don't want to break it, and you know, but I do drive it now and then when I can. Anyway, while we're in here, let's take a look at Mr. Kitty over there. There he is. He's just chilling in his little spot. You know, just hanging out. I had another kitty. I don't know where she is. Let's go find her. Oh, there she is. There's my other kitty. This one kind of likes me more because, you know, she's older and, you know, a little more receptive to people, I guess. You want love? Yeah. There you go. There's a good kitty. Yeah. You want to come say hi to the camera? Say hi to the camera. Kitty! Oh. What's up? What's up, buddy? Chilling? Hanging out? Yeah. Cats are always fun. Anyway, back to the room, but yeah. So I'm sorry I haven't been uploading lately, just I will keep uploading stuff. It's just a matter of just, finding time and being motivated to do videos. Because another thing I want to talk about is, my Transformers use a very basic template. Mostly the car bots, the jet bots, and other vehicles. That's a different story. But I'm probably not going to be doing individual reviews anymore. I'm probably just going to review them in groups. So I'll gather like at least 4 or 5 figures and review them all at once, because without all the pop culture references and other nonsense I talk about in the reviews, there really isn't much to the figures themselves. So I probably won't be doing individual reviews anymore, but I'll still review them in like packs or like groups of figures, or as collectors call them, waves. Like when they release waves of figures. So there is going to be some changes to the channel, just a little bit, but nothing too drastic. I'm going to be uploading other stuff that isn't Transformers, so at least give that stuff a try, even if you guys aren't into cars or anime or weird stuff, or I don't know, just give it a chance. Because regardless, I always try to make something entertaining, even if it's not something that people always look for. But let's go and turn this light off. But yeah, just kind of working on things. There's all my cliff jumpers. I'll be making a video on that soon. Probably upload it after this one. Maybe I gotta film it first, but there's my honey. That car is my life. Yeah, I mean, after all, it is the face of the channel. But yeah, this is just a second look at the room now that we got shelves. Those boxes won't be staying there very long. I'm gonna get opening those sets and figuring out what I'm gonna build with those, because I do build other stuff, like little characters and such, and just other stuff that isn't robots, like this guy here. He'll get his own video. We'll talk about him at some point, but whole bunch of stuff. You can't really see the StarCraft Marine too well. There you go. There he is. There's my little Terran Marine. Speaking of Terran Marines, I also have another one here on the shelf somewhere. There he is. It's right next to Soundwave. Yeah, if you guys have never played StarCraft, I never played the game, but I used to watch my brother play them a lot, and I always thought the Marines in that game were cool. So, there's all my little Godzilla figures, and, Doom 3, which is still my favorite of the Doom franchise. And there's a T-800 sitting in the box next to a skull, and a few other little oddities and stuff. And there's some shirts and some posters and stuff. But yeah, like I said, videos will be back to normal at some point. I'm just trying to figure out things as I go. We'll just finish this off with one last good look at the shelf here. And till then, till all are one. Alright, thank you for watching.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!